town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Immortal League Week 6, Fall 2024. It's me, Rap, and Crims brought back from the dead, from retirement, for a
Yeah.
wonderful cast here. Dog vs. Rats. Crims, how are you?
Doing all right. And I didn't see your background until now. We have the same wallpaper, apparently.
Se-
Uh,
Secretly, we are just on the opposite sides of each other. He's on
yeah,
one
we're
side of the
in
room,
the
I'm on
same
the
room.
other. This is the exact same room right now. But yeah, I didn't see yours either. This is actually pretty funny.
It does look like we are basically in the same room. But all right, back to Titan, of course. We're very vain. We like talking about ourselves here. As me and Raptor love of League of Legends. We're casting out of a room with one light on the ceiling, and it of course is gonna be Dorado Gaming versus Horizon Gaming, the Rat Edition. Now we do have some information here, Raptor, about this game. There are some e-subs going down, and we're not letting the producer update in time. We're just gonna shout it out instead. So it does look like, at least for one of the teams, that they are e-subbing in top lane, and it's going to be Halls playing in the top lane instead. So, uh, yeah, okay. So we have Hall split, carry Indigo, Kiwi for Dorado, and we'll get more confirmation later. But Raptor, we're back. Unfortunately, this is a double sub, so we're both just jumping into this league right in the middle.
Yeah, where it's just subs in the cast, subs in the players, just subs all around. But that's the best
Yeah.
kind of stream. I'm excited to get to come back and cast this. I am very excited to see some of these new players I haven't got to see before, and I'm excited to see where they're gonna be at towards the end of the season. Did a little research ahead of time and was looking at it. Both these teams currently sitting just outside the playoffs, or just like at the back end of the playoffs. So this is a big important matchup. Fifth and sixth place going head to head for Dorado. Like this is about where they were seated at the beginning of the season. But Rats, they've slipped up a little bit. They were seated second to start the season out, but they are currently in sixth. So kind of an odd season for them. And hopefully, this game give them the opportunity to kind of right the ship.
So I think I'm not sure what is going on, but they have missed a game, I believe, somewhere because their scoreline is 2-2, while Dorado's 2-3, which means that the potential for Rats to actually catch up. There's two games. There's this game today, and then there is that other game that somehow will get resolved. So we're looking at potential 4-2 Raptor, which definitely puts them into the playoff contention. Meanwhile, Dorado here, again, if they do secure a win today, they go 3-3, and it's not the best place in the world, Raptor, but you get enough room typically to move on into the playoff bracket here. So for both teams, it is not do or die, but it's a nice game to comfortably win to help you throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're just getting ready for the draft to go through right now. They're just kind of finishing that up. But now take a look at the standings right now. I've got them pulled up. So top four from both groups will get to go on for the Immortal League. Right now, Dorado sitting at fifth. I guess technically Horizon is sixth with at the 2-2 since they've only played 4 games, but they're marked as fourth. Either way, this is a fight for the playoff spots. And that I will be interested to see. Like whoever wins this is probably going to lock in to the playoffs unless something drastically bad goes wrong towards the end of the season. Looking at their schedules right now, this is week 6, so we've only got one more week after this. Dorado will be going up against Boomers over Zoomers, and Horizon's going to go against Drop Dead Gaming, which it's going to be rough. So actually, the more I think about this is actually a must-win for Rats because next week they play against the undefeated Drop Dead Gaming. They're 10-0 right now in games, 5-0 in their overall record in series. They are they're just monsters. So Horizon wants to get this win so they have a little bit of breathing room heading into next week.
Yeah, they still have that unresolved game. So again, they have that opportunity, and then either take the loss or get the upset to basically shoot up in the standings here. But yeah, for a second seed, losing 2 games already it is a bit of a slip up that you're pointing out. So seems like we're just waiting for this game to get started here, Raptor. So I'm just gonna go jump straight into it here. Is flan in your top 5 desserts?
Um, no, actually, I'm gonna say no. It
You
gets
have to
it's
explain
under.
yourself. You have to explain
Okay,
yourself,
well,
sir.
so at the top, it's probably I don't know what actually I'd say my top dessert is. It's probably eggnog ice cream. I do love eggnog a
Okay.
lot.
All right.
Or Superman ice cream if you've ever had that. It's delicious.
Never had that
Churros
one.
are up there. Reese's are up there as a dessert. Um, I'm a big fan of elephant ears if you've ever had elephant ears at the fair. Oh, it's a big piece of dough covered in cinnamon and brown sugar. It's amazing. And then probably mochi after that. I don't know.
What
And
kind
I'm
of
kind of
mochi? Ice cream mochi? Just straight mochi? Mochi
probably
filling?
ice
What
cream
would be?
mochi. I do like regular mochi, but I'd probably say ice cream mochi. Um,
Okay.
oh,
All
we are
right. Well,
getting word. Yeah.
while we're hearing Raptor definitely miss on his top 5 desserts, uh, we're gonna go ahead, get started, and hop on over to the draft. Flan definitely top 5. Ain't no way about that.
Yeah, right on into the draft. So here we go. Game number one: Rats versus Dogs. It's
It's the animal civil war. I said it
it
before.
it
Animal
is.
civil war. Now, in nature, dogs certainly have an advantage, but it's not just one rat. There's 5 rats. So the Dorado get to cumulatively come together as one dog here. 3 heads. As we have a very strong meta pick, of course, getting removed. It is that Skarner as well as the Udyr. Both of these champions, some of the best tank junglers in the game right now, as we are getting some of the more safe AP damage champions out of the game.
Yeah, Aurora is still very strong right now. Rel, one of the best supports at the moment. So that's going to be out of there. Gonna guess on this next ban. Oh, no, no. Actually, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, Ziggs is very strong right now as well. So, and it's also
Just
flexible. So,
underbanned and underpicked. For some reason, people don't like Ziggs, but Ziggs is just extremely strong. And so, good to see the respect. Yone coming out. People are liking the Yone. The new item, I'm not too sure. People are saying this has brought back Yone. I'm still kind of in that ground where he should still be going the other build. We'll see. They did nerf those items. Ari going to be picked up in response. So when you're in this lane, Ari's going to have an advantage early, but Yone will be able to effectively come back is the idea.
yeah, and that could still be Yone top. There's the Nocturne Jungle coming through. But I think this could be a Yone top too. He is very strong in the top lane currently. He's one of the stronger tops. And there is still some good openings, especially with those ultimates. There's a Silas angle looking at here. Wants to get a Galio. Sejuani going to come through. So that nice beefy front line. And I think we'll see right here whether or not this will be a flex. Actually, no, I think they'll save that for the second half of the draft. So top actually is going to go to Cassante. So it is going to be Yone mid. Okay, so Cassante coming out here. Just a reminder, Mbessa is banned for the next 2 weeks, so you won't be seeing any Mbessa today. No bans, no picks, no none of that. And the Jax coming through as well. Also a very solid pick in this top lane. Good matchup into the Cassante, but it's kind of a skill matchup, I think.
Kazante actually, ever since the changes, just way stronger way stronger early.
Oh.
So I think it's going to give Jax a bit of a tougher time than you usually expect. But I like what Rats have done with their top side so far. The Seraphine ban, very smart from Dorado. Do not let them get Seraphine in this comp. It will be extremely difficult to win with this trifecta of dive here. The Cassante, the Sejuani, and the Yone are so effective at getting CC and insta-kills onto squishy backliners. Sometimes even champions like the Ari can't get away. Something safe from Dorado has to be picked here. It's going to be very hard to pick a standard AD carry. So Ezreal, Zaya, Zeri, something like that, because you have to play safe.
I have a feeling that they're going to pick Smolder. I think Smolder is still in a good spot right now, and he does very well given this comp. He has that late game insurance policy, especially now with the Veigar in the bot lane. That will be something to scale against, kind of have that little insurance policy. Both these teams probably going to be looking towards that. And with the Huigon, kind of forced them into picking some AP bot laners. Very strong right now. I'm playing on a team. My AD carry only plays AP bot laners. It's kind of confusing for me as someone who usually plays with AD bot laners. But okay, it's going to be the Ezreal. That was not what I was expecting here, especially the Thresh.
Well, I figured they had to pick some kind of safe AD carry, and when the Veigar came out, the baby cage can be blinked out of. So I think the Ezreal choice priority went up. There is one problem. And that is, they don't really have a tank killer inside of Dorado. I'm not saying they have low damage because they have a Nocturne and Jax as well. They don't. It's not like they have an abundance of tanks, but they don't really have anyone who's capable of cutting down tanks quickly. And looking at the side of Rats, well, they have 3 very tanky champions, some of the tankiest champions in League of Legends as well. And so, Ezreal's just not the type of champion that's going to be able to quickly deal with these tanks here. So Dorado really have to be taking out the Veigar and the Yone efficiently, or else they're going to basically run into the wall that is that 3-man front line of Sejuani, Cassante, and Alistar, and it is very much a wall.
Yeah, Mo, that's always another reason I'm thinking Ezreal last pick into 3 tanks seems a little rough. Like, I guess they're going for the extended fights, or trying to quickly just nuke through the Veigar or the Yone and just hoping that they can just turn this into a 4v5. But that's just still putting a lot of onus on your opponents making mistakes and stepping out of position, which I'm always not a fan of. I think if you're playing a comp that expects the opponent to misplay, it often doesn't end well. So we'll have to see. This is the first game. It's the best of 3, so kind of feeling things out, seeing if maybe they can limit test against Rats here. Dog and Rats getting underway, getting ready to get into game. I'm going to agree with you, though. I think with Ezreal as the last pick, I think Rats has the advantage here, but I think it's also going to come down to whether or not this Veigar and this Yone can get online.
Yeah, Veigar's going to be just sitting in the bot lane. I think this is going to be a very uninteractive bot lane. I'm looking for Dorado to make plays in the mid lane. Get the Yone behind number 1, and also get your Ahri very strong. She's one of the best ways to deal with the Veigar. Charm and the Orb of Deception can really chunk out that champion. So I think that's where their focus is going to be. Rats can focus generally on top side. Veigar's going to be pretty safe. Alistar's just going to be there, protect from a Nocturne gank or the Thresh Q every once in a while. So they're going to be playing their game top side. I think easiest punish that I see currently, just from the comps, is probably on the Cassante. And then once they're level 6, can look towards that Ahri and hopefully get a one-shot combo. Otherwise, just continue to dominate the side lanes. It's going to be rough into a Nocturne if Ahri is strong, but if not, they can definitely dominate the side lanes in this game.
Yeah, we'll have to see whether or not they're going to get that opportunity. Or, dog, maybe they'll find something. Maybe they'll get some early picks and get that little lead snowballing, be able to end this before the 3 tanks can really come online. But I think, all right, we're getting word. We are on our way into game. Just a moment, it's getting started. Oh,
well,
we have been.
It looks like we're going to have a little bit of delay. But so on the topic of a bit of no tank damage, they have to limit this Veigar. So with that being the case, they're going to have to find some pockets of vision to play around. So if Dorado's in the lead, that's good for them because then they can push up, create these pockets where they don't know where Ahri or Thresh is, land that CC onto Veigar, and then get the one-shot combo to win the team fight. So if they are not ahead, that is going to be very difficult for them to come back into this game, find those one-shot combos. They do have the Nocturne to turn out the lights to prevent TPs. So right now, Dorado playing a heavy execution comp.
Yeah, this is going to require a lot of early kills, I think, for them to get this going. But I also want to see what skins they've picked. Is that soccer Ezreal? Oh, that's not one I get to see that often.
I guess it is soccer Ezreal. So something about Halls. I don't know if you know Raptor. Halls was a jungler for a majority of their career. So they've decided to settle into top lane. I think they were bouncing back in before, but now settling up into top lane. They were jungling last split. So we're going to see here how Halls has been doing in that transition.
Yeah, let's see how he transitions up into the top lane. And it's kind of just a pretty passive start. Nothing really crazy going on. Not even a 5 point. Both teams just kind of playing this pretty
No lane
passively.
swap? Ah, I'm sad.
None. No lane swaps allowed. Not in our league. Not in the Sunga league. There are no lane swaps.
Is there a ruling, Sans and Sunga, no lane swaps in the contract? That would be interesting.
All right. Well, it's gonna be, I think, just a slow farming game. The onus is on Dog to really get things going, like we've said, but it's gonna kind of rely on either an early pick or waiting for split read to really get to level 6. So we see Huffzone getting kind of stunned up there by Halls. I don't think they're gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of aggression unless there's a really clear, obvious angle with these teams. But this is the Immortal League, so I'm not sure we're gonna see that much of that.
Mhm.
So just expect a lot
So
of.
for either of these teams, Rats have a lot more active a jungler in the Sejuani. Level 3, you can start looking for plays a lot easier than on the Nocturne here. That's going to be a push landing, just going to be some poke. But the Nocturne really wants a full clear, hit level 6. And usually you go bot lane because there's 2 kills down there, rather than 1 if you go somewhere else. But you can just go in the mid lane. We'll see here the trading. And as expected, Cassante taking an early lead. We'll see that Sejuani's actually pathing up there as well. So the wave's going to bounce, it seems. That means Halls is going to have to find a way out of this game.
Yeah, definitely a gank gonna be on the way. The wave's crashed already, so I wasn't able to stop it getting to that point. We'll see if this gank goes off. Meanwhile, down in the over in the mid lane, Kerrigan getting a little bit of an early lead, taking that nice break from CS to grace us with his presence here in Titan. Almost said FO.
Almost said FOF. You're very used to saying it.
Man, we've been in retirement so long.
Oh, another trade going through. They're getting pieced up slowly but surely here in this bot lane. The hooks have been landing. The Qs have been landing from Indigo as well. Half HP to full HP as well. The mana department is a little different, but right now they are playing this very aggressively. And it looks like they are also successfully denying just a little bit of CS as well. Not the hugest advantage, but with a plate, that would look very nice.
Oh, nice headbutt pulverized combo into the
return
cage.
fire.
Yeah, Cool Crab, though, taking a lot of poke there. Like you said, they are getting chunked down quite a bit. This is going to be, a possible opportunity for them to look for a kill, but there is no mana on Indigo. Maybe has 1 Q in the tank. So they're going to have to poke down a little bit more. Thankfully, that Q has a very low and low mana cost for that. Comes the Sejuani, the cage comes through. They're looking for Kiwiism. He's going to have to flash to get out. Gonna be fine, but that is a summoner down for the dog support. Halls. That game didn't come through. With the Sejuani down here, that game didn't come through, so they managed to get to return this wave.
Yeah, did opt for going to bot lane, potentially because of the heavy fire that they were taking. So they decided to bail out top lane instead here. Paul's going to take a turret shot, but it looks like they're going to back. Might have to use the CP here. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Ari's Reign of Terror may be coming to an end soon because they are both almost level 6.
Level 6 is going to be a very strong point for the young. I might start seeing both of these mid laners actually looking for side opportunities here. Through Flan misses the Q. Oh, they're looking for him. They're looking for the hook. Can Kiwi find it? He's going to hit it onto the Veigar. Not the right target, but here comes the Sejuani. There is no mana for Indigo to get out. There's no flash for Kiwi. The flash Q pulverized onto Kiwi. Flamma getting low, and he's gonna go down. Earth's Blood over to Dog, but it's gonna be a trade back as Kiwi just gonna get rolled over there. Cool Crab's gonna pick up that down. Those bot laners up 1-0. Wasn't as clean as Wrath wanted, but kill the kill.
So, without even using their jungle, they are going to be picking up first blood, so definitely worth on the side of Dorado, as this Nocturne is going to be able to be farming up, get to level 6 faster, especially after that bot lane gank here. So I think Dorado going to be very happy with that situation. As it looks like Flan's going to try to stop the grub take here. I don't think that's a very advisable position.
No, it's not. The red ward's gonna go down. Kerrigan on the way, gonna headbutt pulverize though. Split Breed has been caught, getting very low, trying to run away. The ult comes through. Oh, but it's gonna be the Cassante ult. She's gonna catch him instead. Philly B, but they're gonna still pick up that kill. They're gonna pick up the 2 grubs, not all 3, but no 6 grub game today.
All right, actually, I guess that was a great bait by Flan. No, had the prio on the top lane and the mid lane. Was able to make it back. Philly B there with the long range engage, able to make an effect. And they were just very late versus Gresh here. Like, Dorado, if they want to go for grubs, I understand that their support died way later, but you have to recognize the tempo disadvantage.
Now, they're still up in gold a little bit, but without those grubs, it's going to be a little bit rougher to get the push going, especially with the Compto running that really needed those grubs to really get these plates down, especially for Indigo to get him stacking up.
Oh!
A lot of damage. The ult coming through.
Oh!
Was going to get him from downtown with the ultimate. It's going to be 2-0 now for Israel.
Flan just a little bit too comfortable there. Thought it was like, hey, you know, tanky, strong all-star here, but just sniped. A little bit too lackadaisical there. Could be a dragon if they want it. Oh, here we go, mid lane gank.
Yeah, Split Breed looking for the gank in mid. It's going to be a flash out of Philly B. No mechanics jungle right here. Just making sure that no further follow-up comes on through. And, you know, that pick on Fly, you know, not beating the mid-dessert allegations right now. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Flan is not mid-dessert. Definitely not here. It looks like Halls is a significant in CS here. As, I mean, Puff Zone did have an effect on that grub, but this is a lot of CS to be down right now.
Ooh, a big fight here.
Huge fight.
Going on in. Split Breed getting super low, but it's gonna flash get on there. Oh, that cool crab's gonna grab Philly B coming on in with the ultimate. Now Mr. Kiwi trying to buy some space. Kerrigan's gonna pick up the Sejuani. And the fight continues on. Flan getting the head block and they're looking for the Kiwi. They're gonna pick
Indigo.
up. Cool crab goes on a kill with the mid laner goes down. Flan getting low. An ultimate comes through. The true shot barrage gonna pick up a double kill for Indigo. And down will go Cool Crab with a shutdown for Kerrigan. And it's gonna be a 4 for 2 for Dorado.
Oh, that was Kerrigan and Indigo clutching that dragon fight out. Split Breed as well as Kiwi were taken out quite early, and they were able to use their mobility, clutch out that fight. The damage kind of just fell off there after the 2 carries went down, and they were able to bring that one to their team here. So Dorado finally a huge win in the objective department. They're going to get the dragon after a very well fought fight. And guess what? Gold is exactly where they want it on the Ari and the Ezreal, who are both sporting some bounties.
Maybe it's because I haven't got to play a lot of Vhagar lately, but is that the item that you build on Vhagar? Is that the tier item that you go for nowadays?
This might be some new technology.
I have not seen a Vhagar build this before.
Interesting build. Interesting build. I'm not sure where this is going to go, but I'm interested to see it develop. A lot of the times people have this philosophy, you just go like tanky or utility items in Vhagar, and you just use your passive for damage.
Sounds like old Kog'Maw. Remember when Kog'Maw used to build Randuins? Yeah,
Kog'Maw would build Randuins a lot of the time. And so this is that philosophy coming back again, where you just build, and you build like the Deadmans, and you just never auto-attack, so you have a bunch of movement speed to catch people with your E. So this is kind of going under the same philosophy here. Looks like they just updated the build.
Kerrigan catches the charm because Philly B dives on in.
Ooh, looking for more.
Yeah, they're looking for the Sejuani right here. Split Breed chasing
nice
him
charm.
Down, gets another charm, a flash over from the Sejuani. And Flan's here to kind of escort the jungler away, but Dorado starting to build a pretty solid lead here. 2,000 gold up, 11 minutes into the game.
They are starting to take control of the map, which is exactly what they want to do with their comp. Having anyone face check your champions on the side of Dorado is very, very strong. And that is a punish going down. Even someone like the Sejuani has to think about face checking here. And so Dorado are going to win another objective in the second half of these Void Grubs. And that's going to be 4 because they were able to take one earlier.
Yeah, and that's so good. Means they're going to get the little grub going. Sejuani here looking for Kiwiism. The ult going to come on through. The flash, though, to dodge the Sejuani ult after hitting the cage. And that's a pretty good trade for them. Dorado still managing to hold on to their lead. It's starting to expand a bit more. And without that gank, I think that's just the opportunity for Halls to just keep pushing in this top side. Now up to 20 CS on the Cassante. Looking pretty good here for him. Hasn't really had any pressure on this top lane at all. It's kind of been surprising, honestly. Ooh, but okay, he's gonna just dash on out there.
Ooh, nice try from Kerrigan. They're trying to weak side the Cassante. I really would have preferred them to play more mid-top on the side of Rats here. I feel like their comp's built for it. Just have Vigar scale on the bot side. And right now, Cassante's strength is starting to wane here in a matchup where that can be extended quite a bit, the Cassante into the Jax matchup here. And of course, Yone falling behind. This is a champion that is a major source of damage for their team here. And falling behind the Ahri in a massive fashion is not what do they want on the side of Rats here. So, I don't know. I don't really like where this jungle attention went.
Yeah. I'm also, I got to call out Philly B. Like, I've seen him now twice use his E to get to check a bush and then just get charmed in it. It needs to, like, if he has that vision, really should not even be trying to dive into those bushes. That charm will stop him from stepping back. That split break going in on top side. Kerrigan's up here too. The ultimate Cassante, the flash, is trying to get out. He's trying to dash away. Can he get away? Can the huff zone? No, he will not. He's gonna huff some fumes as he falls over. And it's gonna be another kill for Dorado.
That is another kill. And Halls could be able to pick up more CS here. No punish on the opposite side of the map as well. As long as they don't get ganked right here. As we see the Sejuani coming down. Jungle, no mechanics. Not really finding the early pressure that I was hoping for.
Yeah, Philly B looking for maybe a kill here onto Kerrigan, but I don't think he's going to have the time to finish this off. Nope, the snapback will lose that, and the top turret will fall as well. First turret of the game going to Dorado. Lead up now to 4,000 gold. We were saying, how is Dorado going to handle these 3 tanks? And, they got to get an early lead. And they're really starting to build that right now. They're looking really strong. They've been holding these tanks back. This is how you play this. If you want to beat 3 tanks with an Ezreal comp, you gotta really push the ball, and they're doing it. Dragon's coming up. Rats got the early lead on there. There's 4 members here. They do not want to let this go. Started Indigo here, though, going to start poking at them. The rest of Dorado coming down. Philly B going forward. But
Just trying to delay.
yeah, the Dragon does go down. But can Rats get on out of here? They're going to get onto Indigo. Indigo's going to have to dash away. Oh, but they've caught onto the Sejuani. They've caught onto Huffstone. Huffstone trying to run away. He may be the sacrificial lamb here. The cage will fall. They're trying to stop it. Ooh, almost died right there. They are going to get out safe. Honestly, I thought one would fall. Oh no, Hall's continuing. He's looking for something here. They do not want to let them go away. They want this bottom turret, or at least a kill. There again, going forward. They're just going to buy the pressure so they can take this turret down, and they're going to at least get something for losing that dragon.
Yeah, they kind of were just late to this objective here. Didn't make a play for it. Last play extended a little bit too far, and they lose the dragon stacking. Now even up 1-1. Something that could have provided a lot of pressure later in the game. Now that just gets delayed if that is going to be the game plan here. Hall's going to get delayed on the back. And right now, sending a lot of negative energy towards Philly B for that, as they are looking for this mid lane turret here with an Ezreal. These turrets can be destroyed.
Kiwi just dodging everything right there. power of the Kiwi as Flan's going to get hooked, forced to flash out after it hits the cage. Oh, he's getting so low. He's going to... So Kiwi isn't going to pick him up with the ignite. And now it's just Vagar and Sejuani on the top side. Halls and them are dueling it out. Litter will fall. Oh no, the Sejuani's been caught and she will go down. So we're going to pick up that kill. Now up, fighting on to Halls, but is losing out in this trade overall. And Dorado just keeps finding wins here. Up 5,000. They're going to get this Herald. Probably going to knock another turret with that. This is just, they're really pushing the ball here. They're just finding so many hits.
They're doing what their comp has set out to do. And Rats, I mean, they're just not respecting. Multiple times, they're just walking around. They don't have flash, or they're just in the face of the Thresh. Or the Ahri. Flan has eaten quite a bit of hooks here, and that has led to their death multiple times. Has to be more respectful, has to be more cognizant of the capability for them to do single target damage, even if they have the ultimate. Alistar ultimate does make them very tanky, but it doesn't keep you alive forever.
You know, I just realized, I almost forgot about this, but the Arcane Turret skins are on for now. Yeah, they're not the greatest looking ones, but you know what? It just gets me hyped because Arcane Season 2 does start this weekend. You know, go watch that if you have. If you don't watch Season 1, go watch Season 1.
Kiwi?
Oh, Kiwi. Might get caught here. Oh, the Hex Flash from Flaw. Not going to find anyone. But yeah, if you want something to watch, go watch one of the best animated shows on television. Or streaming.
I mean, you could call it, is it television? Apparently they paid the most money for it as well.
They did, but it sounds like a lot, but if you think about it, like an hour... Oh, hang on.
I'm thinking about Kiwi, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Kiwi getting caught here, but he's still
going to turn around.
Power to the Kiwi. Oh, the hook. Gonna miss, so not gonna find anybody. They're just... Dorado just keeps putting the pressure on. Kiwi steps forward. The support with the balls of steel, just not even afraid of anybody on Rats.
I mean, very confident right now. Great to come out from a Thresh player here. Rod, eat another hook here.
Yeah, gonna eat that. Billy going forward, but he's not gonna find anything there. And it's just getting into a pattern. They're looking for opportunities here. It's just gonna take one pick, I think, for Dorado to really make something big happen here. Now they're looking for Flan. Cool Crab is he's gonna drop the cage. Flan, though, has been hooked. The charm... Oh, no, it wasn't charm. It was the...
Oh, they're trying to bait that ultimate out. Oh, here we go.
Oh, he was speaking of ultimate. Splitbury going in with his ultimate, looking for the Sejuani. He's been nearsighted, doesn't know what to do. The board is so confused and will fall. Splitbury gonna pick that kill on up. And we said they needed one pick to make something happen. Now, will they get anything going? Or will they find opportunities? Hall's gonna deal with Huff up here in the top lane. 3 in the mid. 1-1 bot. 1-1 top. 1-3-1. And they find anything with it. I don't know if they can with Cool Crab being here. It's just he's buying so much space, but when he finds a hook, it will be all the difference.
Dragon coming up here. Looks like this one's just going to be free for Dorado. So, unfortunate because they didn't get that last dragon. This will not be soul point. So, we're going to have to play out a little bit more of the game, a little bit more of the map. Right now, Dorado has made a lot of headway on taking down the turrets. This is going to allow them to establish control in both these jungles, top and bot. It looks like they're going to do a very wise trade on the side of Rats. Just let them have this dragon, get this top turret, catch up in some gold. Don't try to fight your way out right now.
You just got to farm up. You just got to let them take the objectives they can. This is a dragon that you do want. And so hang on, Flan, been caught out in the mid lane, is gonna fall. They're gonna give the kill over to Indigo, who's gonna go unstoppable this game. And oh, it's just going from bad to worse for Dorado. Oh no, they found out a Cool Crab. He's gonna go down. It's gonna go over to Kiwiism. And now they're looking up there with the Nocturne ultimate, trying to find Cassandra. He's going to flash over the wall. Kiwi is here. He's going to play him back. They're going forward. They might have been able to find Kiwi. If they're going to get him, they are. Philly B is going to pick up that kill. Now Split on the run, but here's
the charm.
He will fall. Indigo is going to go dominating here. Philly B trying to go back and gets a huge ultimate down onto Kerrigan, but will fall in the process. And now Fawn and Sejuani are just trying to hold on, but madness of a long extended fight, and Dorado comes out ahead. They're going to pick up another turret for their troubles, and the gold lead extends to 8,000.
Wow, that is a very strong punish there. Essentially, Rats kind of split themselves a little bit. They tried to defend the turret and get a steal, like a cheeky dragon steal. I think that either plan would have been fine if if the team committed to that one plan. So, if no mechanics was in that mid lane there, trying to get the catch onto Halls, that would have worked out. And if they tried to work together towards the steal, could have potentially worked out there. But they kind of just have split attention, and when one of their members falls, this comp is really good at getting back-to-back picks because of the extension from the Ari ultimate. So they're just getting punished over and over and over again from just one single mistake.
Yeah, and it's just costing them so much. Like, they try to take an inch, and Dorado runs with a mile from it. They just, any slight mistake Dorado is capitalizing on, and this is what you want to see. When you're fighting for playoff spots, you want to see this kind of aggression. You want to see this kind of playmaking to show, hey, we may have started the season off rough, but we're going to finish it strong. We're going to, it was just a rough start. We were just finding our footing. We are a strong team. We are a team that has some pretty strong mechanics. Philly B going to ult on into the Ari Kerrigan. Trying to run away, going to dash on out. Philly B still looking for Kerrigan. Send him airborne. Jungle No Mechanics is gonna help him finish that kill there.
It's a Hail Mary play.
Yeah, it's a Hail Mary play, and they're gonna lose bot turret for it. Up zone now fighting himself stuck there, trying to dash on out, but it's just getting caught, and Indigo goes legendary 8-0 this game. Rats, they really want this Baron. They're really looking for a desperation play here. They have no other choice. They're gonna lose their inhibitor turret. They're gonna lose the inhibitor.
Has the ulti?
Was looking for it. No, he's not gonna ulti. They're gonna lose the Baron, but they're gonna get the inhibitor. Split breed. Oh, he's trying to stop the back. He's gonna stop Philly B from going back here. Another turret will fall. That is one Nexus turret. Philly and Split breed going. I think Split breed does lose this one. I don't know if he's gonna get it. No, he's gonna get shut down. Now also deep in onto Cool Crab. They're looking for him. The hook goes in onto Jungle No Mechanics. Jungle will fall, but Halls is sure to fall right after. He's getting caught up. The Halls gonna land. Here comes the he's looking to come on in, look for a play, lands the charm onto Flan, but that is, I don't think, the target you're looking for. The ult coming through.
Oh, there it is.
Indigo picks him up. Oh, the hook landing onto Huffzone. Huffzone now trying to get away, getting so low. The members of Wrath are trying to heal up. Kiwis and glance the hook onto Philly B. Philly B's gonna have to snap back if he can. He's gonna pick up the kill and go on a killing spree, but Halls is back. He is teleported on in. He lands the stuff back. And Coop is gonna fall. Hall's gonna pick that kill on up. Going golden, and Halls will keep holding on. I don't think he's getting out of this one. He will fall. Philly B gonna pick up another shutdown, and wow, what a wild set of plays. What a wild fight.
As epic as it was, the most important thing, other than shutdowns going across, is that bottom inhibitor. That single turret doesn't do much. However, Indigo still has yet to fall in this game. Halls just did right there. And so now, with that bottom inhib, there is no Baron on the table, so they can play for this dragon and then try to continue to pressure the rest of the map here.
Yeah, and all those shutdowns, it's 2 shutdowns, I think, right? Or 3, I think, that went over to Philly B. So Philly B, keeps the buy-to-buy is going to be monstrous. We're looking for that tower. Cool Crap has come on in. The ultimate coming through from Splitbreed. Indigo also throws one from over the top. Teleport coming on in. Are they going to pick up Philly? No, they're not. Splitbreed will fall. Rats may have bought the time they need to get their tanks finally online. A problem, but they're still finding themselves on the back foot. They still need to be careful. If they get caught, if they get picked, they could still lose this game. The dragon is up. Remember here, Philly B, though, doesn't have teleport to join his team. Huff has been credit. He's going to go down. Indigo's going to pick up that kill. Flan now trying to run away. Oh, They're looking for him, though. He gets charmed. He's trying to buy some space for his team, but he'll get stunned and he'll get taken down. Kiwi isn't going to pick that kill up. Oh, that might have been the pick that Dorado needed.
Oh, they're on Indigo. Oh, the shutdown!
On to the Ezreal, and now it's everyone running for the hills. Dorado getting super low, trying to get one out. They're trying to get jungle mechanics, but he's going to flash on out of there. And Dorado may have gone too far forward. Rats found the pick they're looking for, and they're just, this is all on Philly B now to try to carry this game.
Oh, wait. No. Sejuani's going to have to limp on out of there. And yeah, Philly B went from sad lane phase to absolute monster in this game, picking up quite a bit of those bounties, I say. We can definitely take a look at the gold differential for each champion here. But the gold lead has been cut quite a bit as we get another pause. It's roughly down to around 5K, give or take 3. So with that, I see 3 items on the Yone, very strong, as well as I think 3 items about to be complete from Kerrigan, who is having an excellent game on the Ahri, but bounties let people catch up for a reason here, and so Philly B might be in position to hold this game, despite the fact that it is very heavily advantaged to Dorado, and by all rights should have already been their win.
Yeah, like Dorado really had this, but went a little too far forward, and now with Philly on the Yone, getting all these kills, getting all this gold now at 3 full items is a monster. Like, he's just, if he gets on anybody on the side of Dorado, he just destroys them. He wins every one-on-one on this point. So Dorado may have just gotten too cocky here, and that pick from Jungle No Mechanics, fantastic, was exactly what they needed to stop the game from ending. So with this pause, you know, it's kind of back and forth. I think the next team fight could really decide this. If Dorado wins it, they just win the game. If the side of Rats wins it, I don't think they win off that pick, but I don't think that Dorado will be able to win another fight. I think that at this point, the tanks are starting to come online. The Yone is a monster. I think Dorado needed to push the ball a little bit more on this.
I think they took a step a little too far.
Yeah.
That they tried to do a fancy fight to end the game, that last fight that they had at the blue base, and they just weren't able to get it together to pick up a victory at that moment here. But if we just look at kind of how the map state is, the inhibitor is going to go down soon, but still outputting pressure. Should be able to find a map advantage somewhere, create some kind of pocket, and find a victory. Like, if they mess this next one up, Raptor, then I'm like, okay, well, now I'm super worried for Dorado. I think Rats are going to be in a good position.
Yeah, and the gold lead has shrunk to 5,000. You know, it's still a big lead, but it's a little bit more spread out for Dorado. Where Rats, like, it's all just shoved onto the Yone. I want to see what their gold.
I mean, Veigar's is almost on 3 items, pretty close.
Yeah, but I feel like Veigar, like, it's mostly just been the cages, where, like, they're setting up for Yone. I feel like Veigar hasn't been the scary factor for Rats yet. It's still, I have to see the stat count, but I feel like hasn't quite hit that point where, you know, Veigar just one-shot somebody.
Definitely going to be a bit of time before that, because only has 1 AP item completed at the moment. It is a death cap, though.
Death cap. So getting the pen as well, they'll be useful. There's not a lot of MR on the side of Dorado, but you know, it could make this almost true damage for him, which could be really big. You know, a nuke from a Veigar onto all these squishies could be a really big deal. And now everyone kind of jockeying here. Baron's gonna be up in about a minute, so that could be the play here.
Definitely could be the play.
As
we have a very polite producer while I was trying to shove that sneeze under the rug.
My little duck sneezes.
Yeah. Looks like Hall's going to try to split push, put pressure onto this inhib here. Has been winning against Fuckstone for quite a bit.
Oh,
yeah, this is just free.
Yeah, that's pretty free. Puff is really not doing straight into this Jax on his own. Jax has had the better end of this matchup, up 50 CS now, this Jax.
2 levels.
Yeah, 2 whole levels. So they can't really leave him alone. We've talked about how strong Philly B is, but Pulse is pretty strong too. 1-1 and 11 is nothing to snuff at for a Jax.
Definitely all the turret gold as well. It is winning for Jax, so
There's the
Philly
goal.
B
Oh
still
my
has
god.
to
13,000 on Philly B.
not the richest on the map, but quite close. Definitely by a large margin on their own team. And that is definitely the bounty system giving Philly B a chance to carry this game here.
Yeah,
And I mean, they made some great comeback plays, so I think it is a little bit deserving.
Yeah, when you're only 200 gold down from the 11-1 Ezreal, like, people feel pretty good about that. Baron is up, so I think this is the opportunity for Dog to try to find a place to catch anyone else. Ron, Philly, especially the catch Philly B. I think they just get this Baron and they can try to end the game with it.
Well, someone's going to be jailed in the base because of Halls. Halls running straight down to that bot lane.
Yeah, I think this also could just be an angle where you force the Baron and force them to teleport someone in to try to secure it, and then Halls just wins the game. This is a really, really close game.
Yeah, we do have a bit of an on-screen pause here. But that's, I mean, so I don't think Fuff can even conceive of leaving the base unless Hall's TPs first. And, you know, in which case they have to stay. So they're going to be trapped down there. Going to be a 4v4 Baron. And I think that does give an advantage to Dorado here.
I think
less tanks is good for them.
Yeah, less tanks, all the more better for them. If they don't get it right now, I think in the next minute, I think they just wait out and take that Mountain Soul. I think that will actually help them. Having that shield could be the difference if Kerrigan gets caught or Kerrigan gets caught. So we'll have to see as we have another pause coming out here.
Yeah, this one might just be a weird hijinks of the new patch being terrible for spectating games. Tends to go hand in hand, so we'll see.
I blame Mbessa.
And we're gonna blame Mbessa. That is true. But we're just gonna see if it's gonna just catch up or whatever it needs to do. Otherwise, I mean, it's going to suck because this game was shaping up to be quite interesting. It looked like it was just going to be a dominant game from Dorado, but Rats have really fought back in this game. Dorado, while they were doing a great job of extending the lead, kind of overextended into now a toss-up in this game.
Yeah, so I think it could go either way. I really think it's going to come down to how this next team fight goes. It's really going to be the difference. This fight around Baron is going to be so big. It's so important that Dorado to get this to just close this game out, or even just to bait it. If they can bait a teleport from whoever is matching Halls, it's over. The game is over. So this is a pretty rough situation to be in if you're the side of Rats. But we'll have to see.
I think okay. So here's what I think a way you could bait it, right?
Yeah.
Because you have the Nocturne, right? You could bait it by starting a fight, have the Nocturne ult as Halls goes out of vision. So then that tricks Fuff into thinking Halls is TPing over to the fight. But Halls actually just sits in a bush and chills, waits for Fuff to TP, and then goes and tries to end the game. That's one way I could conceive of trying to trick the enemy into TPing so that you can end the game. That does have a risk, right? Because you could lose the 4v5, but that could be a way where you could try to trick the opponent into TPing early.
Yeah, well, we are back. It is all our producer says it is a Riot diff. Our Riot is better than their Riot. who they are, I don't know.
Wait, so the Baron has been taken.
Okay.
We have jumped into the future.
Oh,
That's okay. It's been spoiled. We'll just. I see that Halls has TP'd and Fuff has not, so they didn't go with my plan. But they've secured the Baron, which should be a win for them anyway. So yeah, we'll see if Dorado can play this out.
All that setup and they didn't do it. Damn.
I haven't seen anyone do it, so you know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Oh, Billy looking for that big ult there, but Split Breed gonna ult as well to help on in, trying to get onto Philly. Halls going back up, Billy looking forward here.
Oh, the trump's gonna land.
Onto Hunt, Puff trying to get away with the unstoppable.
The hook!
That kill up, goes Golden, so doesn't get slammed by the knockout from the Veigar, and now it's 5v4. Dorado in the driver's seat here. Indigo with a huge ultimate. It's gonna shred up Philly.
Oh, the flash ultimate!
Oh, just as I picked up, he takes that kill. And now 4v4, but Dorado, they've broken the turret, they've broken the mid inhibitor, they're going back to re-break this bottom inhibitor. This could be it, the hook onto Jungle No Mechanics, looking forward, trying to get onto that backline, but Kiwi buying so much space, getting shredded down though. Philly going forward, doesn't have the ultimate this time though, and Cool Crab will pick up Kiwi's. Dorado gonna have to back off. They get 2 inhibitors, but that's all they're gonna get here.
They trade 2 for 2, and they get 2 inhibs as well. So this makes the rest of this game quite easy. They got the bottom inhib earlier, so there is a little bit of a mismatch timing, but they should be able to sink the waves in, get this win. And, I mean, that is all she wrote for this game. I'm assuming I could be proven wrong very quickly.
Yeah, there is a Mountain Dragon coming up. Timer's has gone away, so I'm not sure exactly when it comes up, but at least every 30 seconds.
It's more than a minute.
Is it?
Yeah, it's more than a minute.
I
The
thought
timer
that-
only comes up when it's a minute, and then it goes golden when it's 30 seconds. I guess you wouldn't. I guess you wouldn't know because you're not a jungler.
No, I thought it was silver at 45 seconds and gold at 50.
No. Wow.
I really have it.
Well, that explains why you always show up late to objectives.
Hey! Yeah, I'm usually too early to objectives. Ask my team. Ask my team.
Showing up too early is almost just as bad as showing up too late.
Yeah, at least you get to set the vision.
But okay, here we go. So they're gonna go ahead and send Kerrigan up into the top lane. Indigo's in the mid lane. Should be pretty safe on this Ezreal here. We have Halls in Philly down on the bot side. They're trying to prevent the tri-lane attack here by sending Philly all the way into this bot lane. But we will see if they're going to be able to just pull rats around the map and pull off this victory.
Out-rat the rat. Philly B ults on in, looking for Halls. Trying to take him down. Halls ults back, but I don't think he can take Philly. Philly is a monster right now. Get the stun, but here comes the teleport. Kerrigan's teleporting in. Indigo as well, the ult coming on through. They're trying to pick up Philly.
Kerrigan's ulting.
Here comes the ult from Scotland.
Oh!
Really looking for this. Jungle No Mechanics trying to buy some space. Here comes the Cassante though. This fight can go either way right now. Squidbridge trying to get on out, gets ulted away by the Cassante, and Cassante gonna pick that kill up. And ooh, the Dorado doesn't manage to get it, but just some low members on rats. They've got to keep running. Indigo just poking away at him as he goes forward. No mechanics though, playing like a rat, looking for something here.
Oh,
coming through.
the flank?
Here comes the flank. Oh, he fails the Q though. Oh, he's not going to get anything out of it. He's trying to get on out there. He's going to get stunned on up by the cage though, trying to buy some space for his team, but he will fall. Halls goes back forward. Not going to find anything. Philly B's going to pick up Indigo. And they keep hiding backwards. They're getting very low here. That was a good attempt by Jungle Mechanics. Oh, they found him.
Oh, the
He's
charm
been rented
lands.
out. The charm does land, and Indigo will pick that kill up. Now Philly B trying to get one. Kerrigan goes golden here. Trying to give away the charm is going to land on the Cassante. The ult coming through from Indigo. Oh, it's so on Razor Fin Merchants.
And here I thought, Raptor, this was going to be a macro finish. Nope, it's a brawl as Dorado, I'll be honest, barely are going to be able to pick up this dragon. They made it close. Rats are fighting back. Philly B is just becoming such an issue right now. And I'll be honest, Dorado don't have the best response. And it is getting closer and closer with that Dragon Soul. It's going to be a lot of relief on them to win this game. But the timers on the inhibs are coming to an end. This gold lead is pretty much non-existent. It doesn't matter at this point. The soul is looking good for them. But, man, did this game just get a lot more chaotic.
Yeah, this is probably the worst soul for Dorado in this situation. They really were looking for something like the Infernal or so. Kerrigan going forward, looking for Flan, gonna get headbutted up. The hook's gonna land, the cage is gonna miss everyone. The teleport coming in from Fluff. Oh, he's gonna get stuck from the teleport. Been caught out by Hall, and now Hall trying to juke him out. If Hall can win this here, this could be the end of this. Huff getting just beat down. He has no way out. Go check that ward, but we're back. Hall continues the duel. Huff is gonna ult. He's trying to get to him. The fight continuing in mid, and Hall's gonna take him down. This is it. This could be the game. Everyone from Rats is running back, but Dog is running up to the top side. They're gonna take this Baron, put themselves in an even stronger position now. Oh, we said no one can really match Halls in the bot lane unless it is Billy. And it's showing right there. Huff losing out in the 1v1 fight. Halls may have stayed too long. He's been caught. Billy ults in. It's gonna miss him though. Continuing to run, using the chains to try to the E to try to catch up to him.
Oh, dodge.
Yeah, there's the knockup. Hall's gonna jump to his minion, and now there's the pings coming through. Rats. They were looking to maybe rat out Halls, but it did not work, and now teleports are coming in. Hall's up in the background to make this a 4-1 here. Up, still dead for another 4 seconds. Cage has come down.
Kiwi's hot.
Kiwi has been caught. Now we see the little mechanics pick him up. Kerrigan going golden. Can he get out of this? His big cage. He is gonna go down. Billy's gonna pick that kill up. And Dorado, they have it, but starting to lose a little bit control. Hall's here. Looking for something split breed, trying to maybe see if they can catch on into Flan. Flan is gonna fall. Indigo gonna pick that kill up. That's gonna separate that. That bottom inhibitor will fall. Hall will get on out. Indigo looking for Cool Crab here, but here comes the Philly B. He's looking for it. Can he find it? He's gonna pick a huge shutdown up onto Indigo. My goodness. And now they're looking for Hall. He's gonna walk on out. Jungle Mechanic though continuing this, still looking for the Jax. The minions are almost here. He's gonna jump to him and get on out. But both teams are trying to wrap this, but this is really turning into a bunch of dog fights.
The Animal Civil War is brutal. As this is just, they're just churning out fights left and right here. And again, Rats are going to be able to find a way to stave off defeat in this game here. Cool Crab, I mean, how many stacks are we at with this champion here? Ultimate starting to absolutely delete people. 1,000, what is it, was it 1,234?
No, that was 440.
It is 1,234, 1, 2, 3, 4 AP on the Veigar.
Oh, that's the AP. Okay, I thought you were
I'm not talking about the
stats.
stats. I'm talking about the I'm looking at the AP because the AP equates to damage. As another catch is coming through.
Yeah, they found Hall. The teleport coming on in from Indigo. The ult coming on through. It's only going to hit Jungle Mechanics. It's going to be found there. Split Breed gonna get the ult down, but they will lose Kerrigan, and now Dorado is on the run. Jungle Mechanic going forward, looking for Indigo. Philly B gonna miss the ult. And now here comes Hall looking for the stuns. Can they get the damage down? Jungle no free.
Indigo free firing.
Indigo just free firing back and forth. Philly B will still be standing, but he will fall. One will fall, and Dorado, they finally have found the way to close this game out. It's up to Cool Crab and the boys to hold on. Can they do it here? The push coming forward. Hall's gonna land 2 stuns up, trying to buy some space. The stuns coming through. Everything getting really low though on the side of Dorado. Hall.
Oh, the hook can land.
Different Halls, the hook will land. Jungle getting
Cool Crab is ult.
Cool Crab though, still firing. Gonna go on a rampage here as he finds onto Split Breed. And the hook does
That was just 2 abilities.
Yeah, Indigo getting solo. Everyone from Dorado getting solo. Cool Crab looking for these kills. And Dorado, they still cannot close the game. The Veigar is online. And we're still going at it.
No one is safe around this crab. Once he gets his pincers on you, you are done for. The cage coming in clutch for multiple picks in a row onto Kiwi, onto Kerrigan, who got absolutely blasted by the Veigar burst damage as well. And so right now, I mean, we're almost at an Elder, and I didn't think the game would even take this long.
Yeah, Elder is coming up. Split Breed will be up in time to get to this, so he should be okay. This is going to be a big fight. Dog needs this. They just can't. The tanks are online. Philly is so strong. Cool Crab is fully online. They need this Elder to be able to rip through this line, and I don't know if they're going to get to. Kiwi's going to find the hook, but there's no one else really here with him. It's just Kerrigan and Halls looking for the blast plant. It's going to blast plant on out. Billy B going forward. They're going to throw the ult from the says one onto Kiwi. Switch the ult down two. Looking to go on in. He's going to go. Billy, that's gonna shut them down. Well, Halls is anyways. Now though, can they finish this fight? Jungle No Mechanics trying to buy some space. He's gonna get taken down. Indigo takes him down. Cool Crab trying to fire himself back, but is getting so low. He's gonna get one shot down though. Can he get anything else? Get that double kill there on the split break.
Kerrigan.
Kerrigan goes down. It's just Indigo. Kerrigan gonna teleport on in. And I think Dorado has finally found a way to end this game.
They didn't do it through a pick. They set up an absolute brawl, and Split Reed waiting on Philly B to snap back to his own doom. Couldn't ulti out, and Dorado, I mean, after what was an absolute slaughter into a very close game, turned into a victory. They are going to secure that first game, and we're going to call it. It was a messy, messy game, but a victory is a victory.
Yeah, a victory is what it is. Look at Indigo's damage, 77,000 on the Ezreal. Just definitely the MVP of this game. And
oh yeah.
Well, that was looking really dicey for a bit. I really thought Dorado had thrown the game. I thought, especially when Kiwi was just all kind of just him and Kerrigan there, I thought had been caught, but Billy B going forward cost the team the game, and Rats find themselves down now 0-1 in this series. They've got to find a way to claw back into this.
Yeah, I think they did well overall in the fights. I think I didn't like their early game plan, and I think it showed because Dorados gave them such a good lead, was almost thrown away. So I think that for the side of Rats, kind of just figure out a draft that your team can work their early game plan a bit better. Because if you're going to do Sedge, Cassante, Yone, and then barely gank mid and top lane, then why are we doing this draft in the first place? Draft something more bot focused instead, and then maybe you're going to have a better game number 2.
Yeah, this by all means should have been Rat's game. While Dorado did get that early lead, the tanks came online. Philly B came online. Veigar came online. They're they Wrath, I feel, should have had it. But I think that speaks to Dorado's skill that they managed to pilot this comp once the win conditions were online for Rats and still managed to win it. Like, that was just an immaculate last team fight. Split Breed holding the ultimate to make sure he could catch Philly B after he snapped back. No one else was able to stop him. Just easy pickup. And with him down, like, the fight just kind of went the way of Dorado. So we'll have to see if they can make any draft adjustments, if they can make the comeback, or if Dorado can secure the 2-0. We'll find out after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
2 of Dog vs. Rats. We just watched a banger of a game. I'm Rats joined by Crims. Crims, what did you think of the game?
Well, I think that Dorado, great start. Really messy into the mid game, kind of overextending their plays. Didn't really want to just like sit back and take the win. Remember, they had two inhibs down, and they just decided to battle it out instead of trying to play the map, play the macro game. So from Dorado, I'd like to see a better a better macro game. More thinking, especially when you already have a lead. Think about the map a little bit more. Think about the macro. And for Rats, better early game planning. Again, I said it in the last, right at the end of the last game. If you're drafting that comp, well, then play the style that fits the comp. And I don't think they did. So either draft something similar and play differently, or draft differently and then play to your usual style. One of the two.
I, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like we have Jerry X, who is going to be playing for Dorado. And I happen to have coached Jerry in a couple games. I think it was scrims, so a bit familiar with this player.
Uh, I've not seen him play, so I'm gonna be diverting to you on how on his skill. If you want to talk about him a bit more, tell us a little bit about Jerry. How is Jerry as a player?
Jerry is like a carry oriented player. At least, well, there. I haven't seen the full breadth of Jerry, but definitely does play the carries in the jungle role. I believe got fairly close, or actually hit GM. I think at least got very close to GM. So definitely has hit high LP. So in terms of individual skill, should be able to prove that here today. And so I'm excited to see what else Jerry has on a different team instead of me picking them and forcing them onto champions.
The Jerry
I,
carry is on its way.
yeah, the Jerry carry on its way for sure. But Kerrigan also, I think, had a really good early game, but towards the end of the game, kind of got picked off quite a bit on the Ari. So I want to see if Kerrigan's going to have a full performance from start to finish in the next game.
Yeah, I want to see if they can really. I want to see if Rats can kind of clean things up because they were looking really solid at the end of that game. I just need to see cleaner team fighting and a little bit cleaner of an early game because they were was looking a little rough there for a bit. But we'll have to see as we do get underway soon into the draft. I'm excited to see what both these teams have come up with for the second draft. I'm hoping to see some solid adaptations coming out.
Mhm.
And hopefully no salty
All
running.
right. So we have Mr. Kiwiism, right?
Yeah.
Now, is that like is a Kiwiism a North like a New Zealand thing? Is that like something New Zealanders do or believe? What is a Kiwiism? What are your speculations? Just throwing
Either it is a firm belief in New Zealand or the
that it
deliciousness.
exists.
Yeah. I mean, have you
Okay.
seen those maps where they don't include New Zealand? It's atrocious. But or it's a firm belief that a kiwi is the best fruit. Which I'm not saying it's the best fruit, but that is an argument you could make. It is a good fruit. I do love kiwis,
Are
but
those specifically only from New Zealand?
no.
Or I'm pretty sure it's the bird though. I'm
It
pretty
could
sure
also
it's
be
the
the
bird.
bird.
Okay, so it's like Kiwiism is New Zealand slang. Thank you, producer. And I'm also pretty sure it's the bird, not the fruit.
So this has been
Raptor,
that they
your
are
New
support.
Zealand knowledge is atrocious.
I
Why did
actually have
I
a
even
lot of New
ask you?
Zealand knowledge. I'm just going on a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of things you call kiwis. New Zealanders, the fruit, the bird. Are they a fan of the unofficial New Zealand flag with the laser kiwi? Though is the question.
I think that's a very important question that we're asking. So
Yeah, these are the kiwi
it'd be
questions.
interesting to know if Mr. Kiwiism was from New Zealand. So if anyone knows, please tell us. That'd be interesting to talk about. But other than that, yeah. So we talked about Flan on Rats, so we had to give one for Dorado as well. We got to talk about support players, all right? Support players always have the most interesting name. That is a fact. But it is, I believe, fearless. So we will not be seeing Yone, the likes of Yone again. We won't be seeing any of those champions. So Ezreal's off the table, which does bring it into the subject, right? Where's the Ashe? Where's the Corki? Are they going to be played in game two? These are very strong bot lane champions. Corki can also be flex mid lane. Smolder, you were talking about in game number one. Are we going to see play on these very powerful picks right now?
Possibly. I didn't know, honestly, it was Fearless, which just shows my lack of knowledge. But I love that because I like seeing
Everything's fearless now, okay? People just want fearless. I think fearless sucks. But I'm only one person.
I think it's fun in certain situations, but like if I'm watching a best of 5 at Worlds,
I don't want yes.
Your draft.
So you're telling me you could pick Jax against Bin, and Bin will never be able to play Jax the whole rest of the series, and that's what I want to see? No. I want to see Bin play Jax.
Just in the regular season. I think the regular season is when teams seem to play a bunch of different champions, and then playoffs is when it's no more Fearless, you lock it in.
I like that. I'm okay with the BO3 Fearless, as the same bans have come through. Very standard in Fearless to just ban the same thing every single time. So now we will see what is the prio pick. Rats again on the blue side. I think Ashe is definitely be winnable. They're just going to go straight to Gwen. Okay, this is... Gwen also got nerfed recently. I don't think she's been doing that great. I think this is going to be a flex pick / semi takeaway. As there's the Viego, Jerry. I know Jerry X plays Viego, but the Viego comes through instant response.
That Viego. What will be their next pick? It's gonna be a Varus. Okay, so we got our edgy boys. Nothing but six packs
That'd be
here on Dorado.
edgy boys with the 6-packs out. Yeah, of course.
That's Dorado's whole strategy. You're just bring out the 6-packs.
They definitely look like F boys. I'm not gonna curse, but you know, I mean, look, just look at them. That's what they look like.
My favorite champion has come out. It's Samira. Yeah, I love Samira.
Oh, Samira, Tom Kench. That is a weird combination. I understand Tom Kench against Varus because if someone gets ulted, you just eat them to safety. But Samira TK, that's a question mark for me.
That might not. So this is gonna sound
top
weird,
Tom Kench, jungle Gwen.
Top Tom Kench. I just played against a master player the other day who was running Tom Kench, and it was actually literally as they could see well. So it could be that. It could be the top Tom Kench jungle Gwen. It could be mid Samira. See that you never know. You know, there's a lot of flexibility here with that. I definitely know that's support Braum with Varus because that's a pretty solid lane. Because you see the mid lane bans. We're down a no ban as well. Okay, so this makes me think more that this might be Tom Kench top.
Maybe. Rat's pretty low range and not that much engage as well. So if Dorado go for more peel style, they already have the Braum. Great peel coming through already. So any more peel champions, Hwei can double his peel and poke. More range, the better, I say, for the side of Dorado. Rats need some... Okay, so it is going to be top Tom Kench. I think they would be way better off with something like Alphite. You know, an Ornn kind of scenario. I know there's Braum, but they really need some long range. Looks like they're just going to go for knockups galore and just slap a Yasuo at the end of it. We'll see if this is going to be a good strategy here. The recon into Braum is very good. That bot lane looks a lot better. And we have an Urgot who's going to be picked into the TK. TK is not very meta, so especially in top lane, so my knowledge of them is pretty low, but Urgot is kind of a tank killer. So I imagine that maybe not the best level 3, but at least past 6, I think that Urgot, especially after first item, Urgot should be able to handle TK a lot better.
Yeah. Well, the nice advantage here with TK in a team fight is basically with this comp, you're not using Tom Kench's ult to save anybody. You're using it to basically nullify someone in the team fight for a couple seconds on the enemy team. So like Urgot, maybe even if Viego dives on him with his ultimate, you just eat him and now he can't do anything for a little bit. It's kind of the real purpose of it, especially with this comp.
I would eat Braum. I would eat Braum. Braum's probably the most likely target if you're going to eat the enemy to prevent the peel for the Gwen and the Samira and the Yasuo, because Braum's kind of the only one besides Urgot kind of just standing in the lane.
Yeah, so I think either of them could be eaten. I think there's some good opportunities here for that. We'll have to see as we get on into the game. But while we're doing that, I want to know what your thoughts are on these. Like, how do you feel about both these drafts overall?
So I think Dorado's comp's a lot more traditional. You got frontliners. You have double ranged 80 ball lane as well. And you have a lot of single target damage that you can pair up with the Viego, right? And double executes. Actually, triple executes. Versus Viego and Urgot execute. And so I think that is good. The opposite flip side of that is that there is a Tom Kemp to the side who, again, who could save that one target from their doom. That would be coming very quickly. But in terms of like more traditional, they just play front to back. They burst whoever's in front. They get the kill, snowball the fight. Meanwhile, on the side of Rats, there's a whole lot that they have to get done. Like someone needs to be on the flank, Gwen or TK or someone. They need to get decent CC down so Samir can jump in there, activate the ultimate, and then hopefully Yasuo holds them in place while that happens. They basically need a wombo, and the wombo doesn't look very easy to set up in the first place. So I like what Dorado's got. If they have any kind of lead, like if they're on the objective first, or if they're in good position, I think it's going to be very easy for them to win every fight.
I can see that. So for me, I think Dogs as a traditional comp is a little bit more solid, but I do like what Rats is doing. I will say that. While it is a hard execute comp, you know how much I don't like those. I do like the idea behind it. It's a hyper mobility comp. Like everyone on this team can get in really easily to the back line.
Oh, they should have picked Poppy. Why didn't they do Poppy last pick?
Yeah, Poppy actually. Yeah, Poppy would have honestly been pretty solid.
You said lots of mobility. I just went Poppy. No, the Poppy angle was so good.
Yeah, well, Poppy, she got a nerf in the last patch, didn't she? Or was that not?
I don't think she got nerfed.
Oh, because I know Poppy
Someone
is
could correct me.
very strong right now. Poppy is actually kind of a monster, so I am shocked that wasn't picked. That does kind of counter the whole comp, but we'll see how this all plays out as we get underway. Game number 2. Can Rats make the comeback? Can Dorado close this out? What's it gonna be? Poppy.
Okay, Poppy did get nerfed. I don't think that by that much. It can't be that crazy. As we have here, Dorado Gaming versus the Horizon Rats. And yeah, Dorado with the early game 1 here coming out. Natural lead, Dogs over Rats. We'll see if they can continue to do it. Oh my, Poppy lost. Oh, but she got attack speed. Oh well. I remember now. Because they didn't want to nerf her jungle clear, so they gave her attack speed. But they tried to nerf support Poppy. Oh well, big deal. As we have here. Can't stop you, the Poppy.
Fun fact, I just looked over at the Twitch chat. It turns out Kiwism's name is about the fruit.
What a disappointment. We had the Google lookup on what a Kiwiism was. We're like, but Kiwi's about the bird, and it just turns out it's about the fruit the whole time.
I was right. It was about the fruit.
But you were wrong. But you were wrong. Okay, well,
this game should be pretty exciting to see Cool Crab already taking some damage here. Now, this is an early game kind of champion Samira, so kind of expecting to see more aggression time. What late game last time? Let's see what the early game Cool Crab can do.
I think, Samira people tend to think is a lane dominator. She can be. But it's really about that mid game where you need to get that good fight. That EQ, WR, and just pop off on the team. And
I think if they'd gotten Braum, I think it would have been like a pretty, like, this lane is over kind of thing. I think Samira Braum is actually really, really dirty of a lane.
I prefer more like the instant engage, so like a Nautilus or Rel. But, I mean, yeah. Braum could have been... I think Rakan's fine. Rakan's fine, especially after level 6, where that's where like the Samira Rakan lane can do a lot of work. Philly B taking some poke into this lane against Kerrigan here. Hey, Flan gets level 3 first. How did that happen?
Support diff.
Flan must have gotten one minion solo, and Cool Crab must have missed it. Well, they are going to get level 3 first overall, but that is perplexing.
Yeah, speaking of levels first, level 4 first on the top segment of the hall. Kerrigan now getting engaged on by Philly B. The mobility of the Philly. Would it be a Mo-Philly? Mobilla Philly? Ah, God, I can't make that sound good. I can't. I had it in my head. Now, Jerry, though, looking for Philly here.
Ooh, a miss.
Yeah, he's going to miss on that grab from Kerrigan. Now, Jerry's been caught, though. Jungle Mechanics is here. Philly going forward, looking for something, but Jerry's is going to dash on out of there. And, yeah, it's just kind of a slow-paced game. Not a massive amount of, like, really intense action going on. Both these teams kind of looking for something to get snowballing, but a lot of this action is kind of being centered around mid lane.
Yeah, last game wasn't so much. This game, Philly B on another win brother here. Gonna try to show off the skills, the mechanics. In this mid lane matchup, though, Kerrigan has to sit back and chill. Really needs to get around level 9 or first item to start just auto pushing the wave.
Yeah. I have a question. If we can pick game 3, what does Philly pick then? There's no more win bros.
Mid Kled.
Mid Kled. I would support that as a big Kled fan myself. I would support that a lot. I think Kled is a fantastic champion. I wish more people played him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Irelia. Production is correct. Irelia another. But you know, not the best matchup spread as we have here. I really did get buffed, but not really for mid lane. As right now, no sums blown, as far as I can tell. Not a whole lot happening. It's gonna be a slow-paced game.
Yeah, no. Let's just say that Flan goes in there pretty to go, but not really much follow-up there. Oh, Philly! Oh, taking turret shots. Will he go down? No, but he's got very little health there. Really getting aggressive under that turret, trying to stop Kerrigan from the back.
I think Philly had the EQ, would have landed the ultimate, and potentially could have killed there. So I see it just a bit late.
Yeah, the Yasuo. I mean, if it doesn't work, then he just starts stacking for the O10 power spike. You know, Yasuo gets that buff at that point.
I mean, that power spike's real.
The realest.
That meme is too old. That meme is too old. Ooh, flash being burned.
Yeah, now we see, here comes the Viego in the mid lane. Oh, but that.
Okay. Yeah, not really a play there.
Well, they got
that was back when, that 0-10 power spike was back when Yasuo was like the best scaling champion in the game. Now that's not really the case. As Flan getting poked out yet again in this bot lane, but the farm, the CS, is a lot even. So this is much better bot lane performance from the Rats bot lane here. And they're going to be able to pick up the dragon as a trade for the grubs this time around.
Top lane too. I want to give the big shout out to Upzone. It's basically dead even in CS on Taunt Cannon. The power of the catfish is just too much. Poor crab. Crab versus catfish.
we're gonna keep doing animals. Keep it going.
That's it.
Okay.
They're the ones picking these animals.
We also have a cool crab as AD carry.
Yeah, and he's not picked. He didn't pick the Urgot. There's also been no Nefiri, no Nasus, no.
Yeah, where's the dog champs at?
Where's Twitch? Where's Kog'Maw? Where are our referenced animals here? Not see.
Wait, what's Kog'Maw?
Well, I mean, he's a bug dinosaur thing. He's a dog. Everyone calls him a dog. He's a dog. Play Pugma.
Oh, he does have the dog skin.
He does.
Right?
The best.
Pugma, that disgusting creature.
How dare you insult our Lord and Savior Pugma?
Oh, quite the opposite. He wants to destroy the world or eat the world or something. Anyway, lore aside here, we do have a back from the bot lane. Looks like they're... Okay, so they're not going to try to do anything crazy. On the flip side, I don't really see a play outside of mid lane here. But the problem is with the Gwen Yasuo. I get it, you're AP and AD. But where's the inherent synergy that a Yasuo would like from their jungler? It's just not there. But Flan can do it.
Yeah, who needs your jungler when you've got your support? Kerrigan gonna get dashed onto, but they're not gonna be able to finish him off. Meanwhile, Jerry X is here.
Well, just not enough damage. I mean, that's the problem with support and mid lane there. if that was something that provided a knockup like J4, Zin, I don't know, Diana,
I mean,
that would
it'd
be a
probably
dead
help.
carrigan.
It would probably also help if Yasuo had some AD already, but he's got.
I like Diana as a pick makes so much more sense here as well. Unfortunate.
Diana would have been out, especially if they have the new skin.
That Diana jungler, she's just not a good jungle. But you know, it makes more sense for the comp. I mean, with Yasuo, I think it's good. Buff zone, trying to get a trade on the halls here, and that lick attack, the tongue attack from Tom Kench is very deadly and very annoying up in top lane.
Something else we haven't talked about is, Tom Kench becomes just so something about solo Tom Kench, and it's something I noticed in our game with Grasp and start stacking all the other stacking health items. Tom Kench very quickly becomes the most annoying champion, and he just becomes so difficult to kill as now they're looking for halls, but here comes Jerry X. Juan is here to help, but support and top. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, but here comes the Yasuo. Oh, they're looking for an opportunity here. This could be the time for Philly B to finally engage. He's going to throw the wind wall up and try to block halls a bit. They're going to get the Q off. They're going to get the ult up. They're going to try to knock up.
Oh, the flash!
The flash to get out first. Blood's going to go to Furious. He's taking the catfish. He's going to get stunned up. And here comes Jungle No Mechanics looking for him. Jerry's going to find the kill, but here comes the Gwen to maybe turn this back around. Maybe see if they can pick up a couple more kills. Can he get him? Can he get Juan in?
Oh!
Oh my god, I cannot believe he managed to live that, and now Jungle will fall.
Oh no.
Disaster! Dorado goes from a fewer even game to 4 kills in the lead now. Rats just biting off way more they can chew.
Yeah, that is full Viegoing right there from Jerry. 1 kill to another. Just 4 ultimates in that skirmish is a lot of power. Meanwhile, it was 2v1 in the bot side. They were able to shove off the cool crab, get first turret as well. So not only do they win on the weak side, but now they're getting caught up.
Yeah, now Indigo gonna get caught up there. The ult does not land on any of them. Huey isn't gonna land his ult. They're still looking for him. Billy B though. Have the ult. Oh, didn't use it. He could have landed that, honestly, but I guess he's going to look for Kiwiism instead. Gonna try to pick that up. Kiwiism flashes out. Gonna land the slow. Looking for
Making
him.
them fight for it.
Mechanics, though, I think he's going to pick this kill up pretty freely. And, feel like
Comes at the cost of grubs, though. I mean, look, they don't get the grubs as well, so that's 6 grubs over Dorado. But again, I mean, that play earlier, winning on your weak side as well as your strong side is so brutal in League of Legends. So again, Dorado, huge early game lead coming in game 2.
I thought that was a free double for Rax. Like, Billy hit the Q. He could have ulted, killed Samira, and then just turned onto Kiwiism, but doesn't land the ult. Like, it was up. It was up. So, they do get 1 kill, but they lose the grubs. There's 3 kills now on the Viego. That's definitely not what you want to see, a Viego getting a snowballing lead. It's starting to look rough already. Another 4K lead, almost the exact same timer as last game, too, for Dorado. But maybe able to close out. Dragon has spawned. They're going to get the second dragon, sorry, for themselves.
Oof, this is rough for Rats to lose this dragon here as well. And so they just lost out of 3 out of 4 of their last objectives. So Dorado, again, off to a good start.
On the bright side, though, this is a good dragon for Rats if they can start securing the soul. Like, this is a great soul ocean. You can stop the Varus poke, the Hoi poke. You can actually kind of heal off it in a fight. You can actually make the fight go very well. So they have that to look forward to. A little positive. Gotta find the positives in.
Yeah, but if Dorado gets it, now they heal off their poke, and it's even more impossible to win.
Listen, we're just trying to find some positives here for Rats, 'cause it's been a rough last 3 minutes for them.
Well, you can always find the negative, as Indigo very wisely does not walk into that trap there. So for Rats, obviously this is not a great start. The lead 4K, so don't want to be fighting around this Viego. Have to be making plays away from the Viego. This is not a poke Varus.
Yeah.
Now that I see it here.
I think that's smart. I think that's really smart, especially with that Tom Kench, because what's going to happen is Tom Kench is just going to try to keep Indigo out of fights. So if you can just shred through him, it nullifies his whole advantage there for them. So I think that's smart. I think it's smart not to go Poke Varus. I actually really hate when I see teams run Poke Varus into tank, like heavy tank comps. This isn't a heavy when I see teams do that, it annoys me. I'm like, just run the attack. Just go for the DPS, up zone and halls, going at it. There's the ultimate. Gonna throw him under the turret, waiting for that last minion to fall. Oh, and I think he's got this lockdown. The catfish is unleashed. Unfetch that.
2 turret shots sealed the deal there, and yeah, Tom Kench can make a surprising amount of distance with you in his mouth. And drop you on the turret here. Another engage coming through.
They get on to Indigo. Indigo is going to fall. Coolcraft going to pick up that kill, but they're going to trade him.
Kerrigan.
Another kill going down. Flawn's going to fall. Jungle on Mechanics going to fall as well. Now Silly P. But he's on the wrong side of the Harifa right now. He's going to try to run to these minions, try to dash on out, but gets stunned on up. And Jerry goes on a rampage. 4 for 2 in favor of Dorado.
Yeah, Indigo just has enough time to get the ultimate out, and Kerrigan in position to just mop up all those kills. And with the Braum, you can see the value of Braum right there into this basically full engage comp. I mean, the only thing Rats do is go in. They don't really do much of anything else, and so the Braum value is through the roof. And they're playing well off of that here. And remember what I said before the game started, if Dorado have a lead, if they have control, if they have anything, I'm giving the game to them, Raptor. And yeah, looks like they have the lead, and I think the game is going to be theirs here.
Yeah, and I was saying, like, you know, I see what Rat's doing. It's not working, but I do see what I'm doing. I do like the idea of, like, hey, we're gonna go with this kind of really heavy diving comp, a team fight, just us going forward. But when you're behind, going forward is often the worst. Jerry, maybe looking for Billy now. He's just gonna drop the arrow. They're not even gonna use the charge. They have the full Hell Herald to charge this second turret. They're gonna get the dodge ram charge here. No, they're not. They're just gonna let the normal charge come on through, and gonna just let it go. But they're gonna get a pretty big chunk out of that top inner turret, and getting a big chunk out of the mid turret, inner turret, the bot inner turret. They're kind of pressing all these inner turrets. There's not a lot Rats can do here. They're just so far behind. They're 7,000 gold. That gold lead's expanded 3,000 in the last exactly 4 minutes. That's absurd.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Rats are in dire straits here. Again, low range comp into the Braum. And, I mean, Rakan is your only main source of engage. Is a bit sketchy because if Flan gets hit by CC, Rakan will not be able to reach the targets intended and will get bursted down. And then for the side of Rats, like Tom Kench is going to be your major form of engage after Rakan. It's just not that reliable, right? I'm not saying it can't happen, right, Raptor, but it's just not as reliable. Something tried and true, Diana, Ornn, something that you know can guarantee get something.
Oh, Iwi thought he was gonna be safe there, but no mechanics. Doesn't really want.
And
to
he
take
was
yeah,
safe.
He was. Yeah, I thought he found himself in a really bad position, but with Hulls walking that far forward, and everyone's like, maybe not. It's not. He's already getting ahead here as.
Kiwi isn't playing with fire.
Yeah, he is playing with fire. Kerrigan's on the top side, does have teleport, so could join the team here for this Ocean Dragon. It is gonna go. The crab is gonna go over Dorado. Tough. A lot of damage here. They're getting poked quite a bit, so we'll have to see. They might just give up this drag. Yeah, they're just gonna give it up. I think they could contest it, but no, they're just actually gonna contest the post dragon, really bait them into thinking it's secure. And here comes Kerrigan, full team on, and Kerrigan goes big caught. The ultimate looking for him. Kerrigan trying
Oh, the damage!
Damage coming through from Hulls. Pick up 1 kill. They're gonna pick up a second. They're gonna pick up a third. They're gonna pick up a fourth, and they are not gonna pick up the Rakan. And Kerrigan somehow lives through all that. I thought Jungle No Mechanics had that to right, but it's gonna be the baited dragon.
They just don't have enough CC and or damage, one or the other, to kill Kerrigan. 100-0 there. They tried to give it all they had, but it wasn't enough. Just not enough damage, not enough CC, one or the other. And so Kerrigan's able to flash out, still continue to do some damage, kite out Philly B here. And now this game is just wide open. I don't think there's much Rats can do anymore, and more turrets are going to fall. Yeah, they got the dragon. They were there on time. They were able to get in early, and Dorado were not able to set up their front to back. But they lost so much afterwards that now, I mean, 10K gold lead. It's just getting worse by the minute.
And this is the same position that Dorado was in last game, except this time they have the comp that actually outscales. So this is going to go from bad to worse for Rats. Dorado just really trying to put their pressure here, trying to fight for those platforms. So Halls may have been caught out, but Jerry is here, and I don't think you want to fight Jerry. Oh no! Puff has been found. He's getting ripped really low. Cool Crab is here, but he's going to get the flash forward from Halls to stun up Cool Crab. Now Cool Crab is trying to get that S, gets the ult off, but Jerry goes into the transformation. Now they're going to pick up Swan, and Jerry is dominating 6-0 on this Viego. It's, well, Rats, this is rough. You know, they're already, like, losing this is bad, but then next week they take on the #1 team in the league, the team that's undefeated. Granted, Dorado's taking on the #2 team, but there's a pretty big gap between 1 and 2 right now, if we're honest. Like 10-0 and 5-0 and 3. All's getting caught out on the top side. Billy D and they may have found something. They do get the shutdown, but what would cost them? It's going to cost them the inhibitor turret. It might cost them a bit more too. Crab has the ultimate once to use it. Tom Finch going to keep up trying to run back using the shield, but went a little bit too far forward and will fall. Dorado maybe getting a little too big for their britches, but they're going to get a lot out of it either way. Going to take another inhibitor turret, get the mid inhibitor. Gold lead stays dead even despite losing those 2 kills, despite keeping that shutdown in the top side. I don't know, is there anything? Oh, Billy, you want this? No, there's no work with the TPT, so Rat's gonna not get anything else out of it. Oh, Jerry.
Billy's staying for the turret. That's just too much turret HP. So they got 1 inhib down. They could either try to get the next one or just go for Baron and then try to end the game right after. That one seems the more logical one in my opinion here. So just gonna try to wait for the lanes to push out, and then you can play for that Baron. Jungle No Mechanics getting caught here would just be an instant Baron take. Not the case right now. It looks like the lanes have finally got the shove. Rats are trying to make a play for the bottom turret. They're going to get a bounty. But with this Baron, that's kind of like the seal for this game. It's going to be over if they get it here. Now, Dorado, I guess I did say that before, and they kind of just ended up brawling with the Baron. So if they do that once again, I'm not going to say guaranteed win. But if they do play the macro out, push the lanes, get the correct synced waves crashing in, should be a win without much fight.
Now, 11,000 up, still Dorado, like you said, really not much of a fight that Rat's going to be able to put up in this. Look at these gold leads. Just every lane is massively, well, not massively in the bot lane. The bot lane is only 1,300. That's just a BF sword, so you could say that's fairly even, but every other lane is just so far ahead for Dorado. And Puff trying to make the run for Jerry, though. He's going to clear up the words. He was looking for something there. And the dragon is up in a minute. Rats, I mean, it's not even going to be soul point if Dorado gets it, but Rats at least, you know, if they can manage to find a way to maybe sneak it if they're holding this top side, I don't think they're going to be able to do that. Like, Dorado is just
I think they have bigger worries on their plate right now.
Yeah, I think so too. I was like, if they can slow down this push, but like Dorado is just balls to the wall pushing forward. Up trying to buy some space, Dragon has spawned. Doesn't really matter though. The fight getting pushed here on the bottom side. Hall is just pushing. No one's even here to contest them. All 5 members of Rats are on the top side trying to stop this. Swan was looking for a flank, but the game's just really not in position, and now Hall's back up a little bit. Got quite a bit of damage on that Nexus turret. Top inhibitor turret is going to fall super fast. Teleport coming on in from Kerrigan.
Yeah, there's just no wave clear. They can't defend. They can't clear the waves.
They've got to make a stand here. This game is just going to be over. I don't even think Dorado needs to back
there
up.
It is.
On looking for the ult. A huge shard is up too. The ult coming in from Joshua is going to be enough. So everyone's going to run in. He's going to take down Swan though. Cool Crab.
Oh.
Puff zones And now, Jungle Mechanic, the only one left alive, but it's not gonna matter. Ladies and gentlemen, Dorado with a solid... Oh, did they just surrender?
No.
Okay, because
No,
that...
No, they
No,
left the game. They left the game. They left the game. That's what
Okay,
happened
because I
to
was
me.
saying,
Leave
they
the
didn't
game.
even finish hitting the Nexus. It was only at like up 2/3 of health.
And then it got chunked immediately at the end by all the minions plus attack or something.
That was ridiculous.
But
Yeah.
that was a stomp. That one was a stomp. I didn't like Rat's draft in that last game. I would say not very. There's just not that much synergies. And they also drafted about in a weird way. They opened up with the Gwen, which I guess is okay. Technically, it's fine. And then they early picked the Tom Kench with the Samira. I wasn't feeling the draft, and the playstyle ended up being pretty rough after that. Was it a quadra pickup by Jerry X or was it a triple? I think it was a triple
Yeah.
up on that top side. And then after that point, the game was just kind of over, Raptor.
Yeah, it was just done. Once Viego gets 3-0 like that, and then you start seeing more kill stack on, it's just done. Like, that's rough. That's a really rough one for Rats. And now, they find themselves really staring down the barrels of just not making the playoffs. They've now swapped spots. They've got to take the undefeated team down in their group next week to even stand a chance of making it, and hope that, some other games go their way, and there also gets their backup game goes well. Maybe it's I'm seeing each team each week looks like they have a bye, so I think there's buys in the season. That might be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, like, yeah, they've got to win next week, and I still don't know if they make it. They might be actually mathematically be out of playoffs now, because then they'd be tied with Dorado if they win next week, and
And
Dorado
then they lose
loses.
the head. They lose the
Yeah, they
head to
lose head to
head.
head. So yeah, that might be it. That might be them out of the playoffs at this point.
All right, they have to make a Hail Mary hero game next week versus the number one seed Drop Zone Gaming. So their backs are up against the wall, because if they are going to be tied with Dorado, they will be losing that head to head if they pick up this win, undecided win. So yeah, I mean, this game, huge implications in the end. We've snuffed it out. Dorado going to even up their score 3-3. They looked super dominant versus Rats so far. So they have at least one more tough game ahead of them, but it's looking good. The prospects are there for Dorado.
Yeah, we'll just have to see if they're gonna if they can kind of finish clutching this out and lock that playoff spot in or not. I'm kind of looking at the standings. It actually might not be a bye week. I'm not sure what's going on. It seems like every week there's one game out. But if I'm looking at the math right, if I'm doing all this math in my head right,
Uh-oh.
um, it's going to be really hard for Rats to get into the playoffs at this point. But we've seen crazier things happen. We'll have to see when we get to next week. But wow, what a great series either way. It was fun. They were fun games to watch, even if one was a really big stomp.
Yeah, I mean, game one was fun. It got really crazy at the end there. So thank you to all the players for providing that entertainment to us here, Raptor. As I mean, this is going to be our cameo. The Raptor Crims duo coming back just for one game.
Yeah, well, just one game. We might make another appearance later this season. You never
Who
know.
knows?
Well, that does it from us tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Will, maybe not us, but Titan will see you next week with the next set of games. Don't go anywhere. We'll see. Well, I guess go somewhere, have some fun. We'll see you soon.